Hello, my name is Vidisha. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Southampton with an MBA. And since I was a part of a college community very recently, I think I have a lot of answers for some of the questions that was posed by EasyStep. So, first things first, a unique feature of my community where I was staying, which was City Gateway Halls, it was a student housing body. They had a lot of different teams to help us all year around, especially for immigrant students. They guided us towards the bus stops, the supermarkets, the pharmacies, and made us living in UK, the transit, much easier, the transition. And they were really helpful. The Welcome Network, they helped especially some of the Chinese students who were having problems with understanding the language, and they were helping us with guiding them. There were volunteers assigned, and the community really helped anybody who felt lost. So that kindness was really appreciated. An example of a joint decision making. Um, this is something that I have faced in my while I was studying in MBA. We were doing a consulting project, and in which we were collaborating with different teams. So we had to jointly make a decision because there were 5 teams involved, and I was one of the head coordinators for my team, representing Southampton, and we essentially created a project where we got all the teams on a Zoom call, even though there was a time difference. They were in Dubai, we were in UK. However, I managed that. I woke up early. I got my team to be ready with all the details, and we sorted that out. A problem solved through community collaboration. Um, Again, in my consultancy project, there were a few hiccups that we had faced, especially the fact that one of my teammates was from Nigeria, and unfortunately, he was not able to get a visa for the UAE. So I made sure that we were online. We were giving the presentation online as well as offline, even though we were in UAE to deliver the presentation. However, we also made an online Zoom call, and we added that person so that they could pitch in their part when their time came up, and I could fill in the gaps. So everybody helped. Everybody pulled in their part. A few of them were creating the presentation. A few of them were working with me for the interviews, so that we could collaborate with each team and give a joint answer. So a concrete plan to strengthen long-term resilience. Um, this is something that I personally am very passionate about because career opportunities for immigrant students is scarce, and we need to do whatever we can to help each other out. So I have helped my classmates with redoing their CV so that they have updated all the current skills needed. They have highlighted them in the particular section, and some of the irrelevant stuff we have removed so that their CV can be much more highlighted when it goes through the systems. This also builds a lot of confidence in the community, and it creates an access for people who have nowhere to go. Um, Embedding fairness and inclusion. Inclusivity is another thing. DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, is something that I am really passionate about. We made sure that we went to people that were, so there was a student housing body which I was a part of. I was a course representative, and we made sure that people who are not able to afford, say for example, groceries, or they were having some setbacks on their education, on their materials for their assignment, we helped each other out. And I organized that where we have drives where if anybody has any left any spillovers, if they have more groceries than what they budgeted for, so they can help each other out, and maybe we can get it in surplus and then divide it amongst the people. That's something that I've done. Mechanisms to include young people in decision making. Um, I personally think town halls is something that really works. When you have a forum, you can have a town hall and you can get all the people at the same place and get their ideas. You can have a feedback system and then discuss that feedback system in the presence of everyone, so that you understand what can be realistically applied, what is a short-term goal versus a longer-term goal. Um, a creative activity that changed perception. Um, so, for my undergraduation, I was a journalism student, and as a journalism student, we did a lot of documentary making, and one of the things that we did was kind of create a wall of a mural dedicated to the local um, the local force. Local force of people, say servicemen and women, and we asked them to pose with us, and that helped them try have more confidence in their own work, and we were also introduced to different perspectives there, which really helped because a lot of people participated in that venture. A model for community ownership. Again, I was helping people make their CVs. I was also a part of a volunteer group where we assembled sanitary napkins for underprivileged people, and we packed them and we sent them to these to different charity shops where it could be available for a marginal price, and these were organic, and yeah, they were just for the betterment of the society. um, a creative idea combining art and climate action, and a practice that builds youth leadership. Again, about the same project that I had done. It was really a passionate project for me because I worked really hard with a bunch of people and we had some success there. And it was a new venture for me, but I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to more community initiatives to help the people around me. Thank you.